What's good? I've been wanting to get around to this video for quite some time. It always eluded my mind with a lot of things going on. But we back at the Box Clinic and more with your boy CJ Goodfella. Off-topic video. Speaking on Tony Romo, how he did in the booth in his first year. And I'm absolutely a big Tony Romo fan when it comes to watching him in the booth. And we're listening to him in the booth with Jim Nantz. And him being upgraded to the A team, which is the team that gets the best football games for CBS, similar to Troy Aikman and Joe Buck on Fox. And I think Tony Romo definitely aced it, but he got a lot of room for improvement. He gets a little bit too high sometimes on calls and get a little bit too excited as a fan. But you gotta remember, this is his first time, being in the booth calling the game, and that's not easy. And they study just like he approaches it just as a quarterback. And a lot of people, they always gonna complain. They complain about Joe Buck. Oh, he's not enthusiastic enough, or this or that. They complain about everybody, in the booth. It's like they complain about John Gruden. They complain about Chris Collinsworth, who I think does a damn good job. I mean, it's always going to be complaints. People always want to complain about who's in the booth. These guys not going to be John Madden, or they not going to be, this guy, that guy, in the booth. Brent Musburger. And the reason why those guys are legends for a reason. It takes time. But I love the way Romo, kind of breaks down the game, and show you, what plays are coming and why they ran that. And he approaches it from a player standpoint. Now, a lot of fans don't like that because they don't understand the X's and O's of football, but he's trying to show you the game, and I love that. And I love the X's and O's of football and the strategic breakdown and the chess match between offense and defense and special teams of that nature. And Romo gives you that. He gives you the play-by-play. He gives you the real football-ish. And the real football fans know what I'm talking about. He shows you what blitz packages coming in. He shows you the pre-snap reads. And a lot of people don't like that. They just want to, hear play-by-play what happened. But I love that ish. I love the way Tony Romo approaches the game as a player. Is he a little rough around the edges? Absolutely. I will say that he gets a little bit too excited in the booth, and he gets a little bit too preachy. But he's going to improve on that. He's going to smooth out those rough edges as the years go on. And I love it the first time around, for him this year. And I hope he continue to keep that identity at the base that it is at, and him approaching it as a quarterback and calling those plays out and calling the defenses out. And I definitely appreciate Tony Romo stepping in the booth. I think it was an excellent call by CBS. I wasn't a fan of it, but I can admit when I'm wrong. I like the fact that he's in there. And Phil Simms was good, and Phil Simms did a good job. But this is more about X's and O's with Tony Romo. And we needed a guy like that on TV. He's everything that I wanted to see from a commentator, a former player, an analyst, and whatever you want to call him. That the way he sees the game is the way I want to watch the game. I love the cat and mouse between offense and defense and breaking down the X's and O's. And I like the way he predicts, what plays are coming and gives you a head up. And then tells you if he was wrong, why they did that. And it's real good. And John Gruden is a guy that kind of brought that to the table, but in a little bit more of a watered-down manner. But, and I think Tony Romo will have a future as a coach as well. He's a very smart guy. And a lot of people that knock on Tony Romo on the field was the fact that he just couldn't get the win in the big game. It was the fact that, it'd be 35-40, but Tony Romo would turn the ball over and make the big crucial mistake. But he never had the defense. He never had an all-around team, that he needed in Dallas. And it always was relying on his shoulder to win the game, no matter how many points they scored. And that still is narrative to today. That's why Dak Prescott 2 years ago, they lost in the playoffs. They scored a lot of points, but the defense gave up more. So, at the end of the day, he's a smart quarterback. he brought that to the booth, and him and Jim Nantz got a good rapport, and they work well together. And I continue to see Tony Romo getting better and better and becoming a legend and a future Hall of Famer, in the commentating game. I can see it coming if he chooses to keep doing it, as long as he want to keep doing it. And it seems like he loves what he do, and I love listening to Tony Romo. Never thought I'd say love and Tony Romo in the same sentence with a Cowboy. But you got to respect the hustle, and you got to respect it if you're an X and O guy, you played on any level of ball, and you got to love seeing the play-by-play breakdown by Tony Romo. But it's TBC. We gone.